And here we are, Triston Marez. So I always offer headphones to our guests here on the Talkin Chute podcast.
Yes.
But especially out here in Las Vegas, and we're not like in a controlled studio environment.
Yeah.
Everybody's wearing cowboy hats. So I really wanted to take the time to appreciate the way that you've got the DJ headphones on right
Listen, us musicians are going deaf by the minute, so I cannot hear anything. So I have to have these on.
I understand, man.
It might look silly.
I was on drumline in high school, and all those camps that we did, there was times where I hear drums in my sleep. I can't hear a thing.
No, it's so we wear in-ear monitors. You know that.
Oh yeah.
And half the time I have them either cranked up all the way or I have them not in. So the drums just completely kill my ears.
Oh man.
Yeah. So they're pointless now.
They're pointless now.
Yeah, they don't do anything for me.
Well, you know, it's one of the tools of the trade, but along with the trade comes that little thing that it's going to hurt.
Oh, it's going to hurt. I know when I get older, it's going to be even worse because I don't even help myself at home. I turn my truck up, the radio up on the truck. I mean, blaring loud.
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous loud.
Yeah.
So I don't help myself at all.
Let me intro you. Ladies and gentlemen, Triston Marez.
Yes.
Found him at the Las Vegas Convention Center.
Hanging.
You never know who you're going to find in Las Vegas during the NFR.
Dude, I just seen Dale walking around.
Oh, yeah, he's everywhere.
I didn't want to stop to get a picture because I didn't want to bother him because he had like a whole line of people.
Oh, he loves
But I was like, hey, dude. In my mind, I said, what's up?
Have you met Dale before?
I have not. We like message each other every once in a while on Instagram. Like he'll post something funny, I'll laugh.
Yeah.
But no, we've never met.
Oh, well, we'll change that.
We'll change that. Sick.
For sure. So
I've been a fan.
Good. I'm glad. So the greatest part about that is Triston is actually going to play our party, I think next week, the
next
Rock and Roll
Thursday.
Dinner Party,
Yeah.
which we're really excited to have you out because it's like our controlled environment, but it's the first time I get to like sit back and just watch you play and not have to work.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be so much fun.
I'm pumped.
But that would probably be your opportunity to meet Dale.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to meet a lot of people there, man. I feel like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you guys have some top elite athletes
We're so
on the
lucky.
roster.
I just had Jess Pope sitting in that chair right before
crazy.
you. He went 90.5 last night, round one of the NFR.
Crazy. Rock and roll denim.
Just insane, right?
Rock and roll denim team.
You never
Gotta
know.
love it.
You gotta love it.
That's awesome.
There is no team like our team. That's exactly right. So Triston, what else are you gonna do while you're out here in Las Vegas?
Try to survive.
I understand that.
Last night was my first night. This is my first night in Vegas too.
Ever?
Well, more than one day.
Wow.
So I came here for a UFC fight. My dad used to live here for work.
Okay.
And we were just getting done in Nashville, and he was, man, can you make it to the airport at 4? And it was like 2:30. I was like, all right, I'll try to make it. I got tickets for a UFC fight. It's gonna be a crazy time. So hauled butt to the airport, made it in time, and I literally was here for 24 hours, but 20 of the 24 was drinking. Like we partied. And it was bottle service at the fight, so like it was just nonstop coming.
Yeah.
And we made the mistake of doing the buffet, all you can eat and all you can drink.
Yes.
So we stayed there for hours before the fight. Mm-hmm. It was insane.
Well, the thing about being out here, especially when you're working for a company that's going to be here for 12 days.
Yeah.
And it's literally a party every night.
Oh, I can imagine.
Every single night.
I can imagine.
You, as a veteran Las Vegas NFR employee, you learn how to pace yourself.
See, pacing myself is something I don't know how to do.
I understand.
I just love having fun, especially when you're at the NFR in Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, you got slot machines, you got the bars, you got the energy.
Yeah, nothing's ever closed.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know what time we got home last night.
I honestly had to look at my phone this morning to figure out what day it was.
You know what the craziest thing is? These casinos, they don't have windows.
Nope.
So you might think it's 10 o'clock at night still and it's 6 in the morning.
No windows, no clock. It's a psychology
And you feel
game.
fine.
And you feel great.
The science behind that is insane.
I know. But
I want to know who created that.
It's probably the same people that decided not to put mini fridges in all the rooms because they know that you're going to go get Subway and come back instead of eat at the restaurant.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, no joke.
I'm sorry those headphones are giving you such a
No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm just going to give up.
So I'm glad you're out here. I'm happy that you could experience the NFR. I know you've seen it. Have you ever wanted to be here for an NFR?
Oh, I've seen it. I've watched it just back home, and it's always one of those things where like I try to save money to come because I wanted to come here, but also wanted to like really experience it.
Yeah.
And obviously, it costs a little money.
A little bit.
But every time I try to save up, it's already December. Years go by. I mean, days go by fast these days, man. Time flies. So like every time I try to go, it's always December. I'm like, I gotta save it for next year then.
Right.
But no, I'm excited to be here. Real pumped. I met a lot of people that I followed on social media for a long time, and we've never met, but we've kind of talked back and forth. But finally got to see them in person and meet. So I don't know, this whole thing's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, Vegas, especially now, because it was in Texas last year and everybody kind of returned this year. Vegas for the industry is really just like a big homecoming party.
Right.
Because I'm walking through, it's nuts. I'm going from booth to booth to booth, and the way that we set up, we have one booth here, one booth basically down in the middle, and then one booth all the way down at the end.
I mean, it's crazy.
So it's about a half-mile walk all the way around, and I did that probably 15 times the first days we were setting up here. But there's a lot of shopping that you can be done. You know?
Gosh.
If you have Christmas people that you need to shop for.
Yes, this is the place, man. The Convention City. Y'all stop at Rock and Roll Denim with shops. It's insane.
I love the subtle plug.
I just picked me up this shirt.
It's a nice shirt. It's a nice shirt.
Thank you, buddy. Man, y'all's designs are insane. I love
it's great. No, I think, honestly, that design might be, or this design that we have on our back wall for the podcast might have been rendered from that shirt.
Is that right?
I think so.
It looks similar to it.
It's pretty close, man.
I love it. I love it.
It's good. Well, Triston, you've been such a good dude and such a good partner on our team, and especially to me. And I just wanted to personally say thank you for always just being so welcoming and inviting for us and letting us film you and letting us capture content for you and go out to the shows and party and have a good time. It's fun.
Well, no, thank you guys so much. You guys helped me out, and it's an honor and blessing to be on part of the Rock and Roll Denim team. And I remember when I first met with y'all came in, or I came into y'all's warehouse, and everyone was so friendly.
Yeah.
Everyone was so friendly, and it was like, it felt like home. I've never met y'all before, and I remember I was kind of sick. I don't know what was going on. I lost my voice or something, and you not made me, but you wanted me to sing. I'm like, oh, this is bad. I'm not going to be a part of the team. They're going to hate me. They're going to kick me off. But no, y'all are awesome, man. I was nervous for singing because I lost my voice, but no, y'all been amazing. Seriously, thank y'all so much too for having me on board and everything y'all do. So
yeah, well, one of the greatest things that I get to witness is, as I've told you before, I was in a rock band for a long time.
Yeah.
And I really wanted that to be my life for a long time. So the idea of back at Calf Rye in Oklahoma, when you let me come on the bus and do the pre-show ritual with you guys and like see how y'all act, and y'all are a family, like that it meant so much to me. But it's so cool that people like you still get to go do that, and that's how you make your bread. You know?
Well, and that's some stuff that people don't see is the load-ins, the pre-shows, and when you're on the road as much, and rodeo athletes and athletes here like at the NFR, they understand this. You're on the road so much that you make friends with the people on the road and their family. And, because I feel like you're more on the road more than you're at home. And so when you have, especially like Rock and Roll Denim team coming out, you got to treat them like family as well. And it's a cool experience to be, one, back on the road because last year sucked, but two, to have, the band and people like that around that have good energy and get to do what they also love, And I like to say we create moments, we create music. Playing music together, that's what we do. The songs play for itself, but when you're on that stage vibing, man, it's something different. So even the pre-shows, man, that's important stuff.
Yeah, man.
You gotta have good people back there.
Exactly. I always tell people, if you could bottle up that feeling of when you run on stage and you see people freaking out, even singing your songs back, you bottle that up, you can sell for $1 million. There's nothing like that.
It's insane, man. We haven't had it much. I mean, it's starting to actually really come together. We just played a show in Floors and almost sold it out. I mean, it was very close, and that was the first time we played there. It was like 25 people. They had no idea who we were. It was awesome. So this last show we played, it was almost sold out, and they were singing back every song. It was the coolest moment, man.
Yeah.
Super cool, and just moments like that, you really think back on who's helped you get there. And you look back at the family, the band, and the sponsors, and the just the management team, and the studio, and the songwriters. It's a cool moment. Though. You got to ball that up and try to keep it and relive it every once in a while.
Yeah, and that's a feeling that I miss for sure.
Oh, man.
But it's funny because I always tell, that's kind of how I started to bond with a lot of our rodeo athletes.
Yeah.
Because I understood their lifestyle as far as traveling to make your money.
Yeah.
Because at the very beginning, as you well know, when you're in a band, you're really just going city to city to make gas money to go to the next city.
Oh, it's tough.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's I hate to say it, but it's like a drug. You love it so much.
Yeah, man.
You're addicted to it.
Yeah. Every venue is just a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of a change, but it's enough to keep it fresh. You see new people. The energy is so much different in different rooms.
Especially when you're traveling like to new states.
Yeah.
We just did a run with Kip Moore. We went to Chicago, Detroit, New York, and just to see the different energy of the crowd. They were great people. The fans of Kip Moore's whole fan group is amazing, but just the difference in the vibe and energy. and trying to adapt to it was really cool to see.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So yeah, different.
Well, another cool parallel that we have with you as an endorsee is you came out with a song last year, Where the Neon Lies.
Yeah.
And you had a buddy jump on that song with you.
Oh gosh.
And he has a little bit of connection to Panhandle from back in the day.
Yes.
So tell me a little about that story.
Oh, I don't even think it's real still. I'll wake up and I listen to it every once in a while. I'm like, there's no way that's really him. There's no way that actually happened. Man, we were actually, with COVID hitting, our shows kind of got canceled, during 2020. I think it was, I don't even know what year it is. It's 2022 almost, man.
It's getting there.
So when was COVID? Was it 2019 or 2020? Was the shutdown 2020? It was.
That's right.
So all the shows kind of stopped, and what we did was we went to Nashville and started writing a lot, and that was one of the last songs. We had pretty much the album all picked out. We just needed one more song, and I wrote with Lynn Hutton and Chris Dubois, and I was going through a really bad breakup at the time, and I had this idea of going to a bar and just making everything all right. That's where the neon lies, and kind of telling you when you start drinking that she's gonna come back.
Yeah.
So that's why you keep going. So we wrote that song, and I told him this idea, man. It was one of the songs that, and this as a musician, it just kind of came out, just kind of came to me. Mm-hmm. It came to us in the room. I mean, there's something about a writer's room when you feel the vibes.
Yeah.
It just it's magic, man. It's weird. Like you got to bottle up that feeling too, like you mentioned earlier. It was one of those things that song just kind of came down to us, and we wrote it. I mean, 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and we work taped it on the phone, and I sent it to my manager Alex Torres, and there's something special about that right away.
Yeah.
And we were in the studio cutting the vocals, and I go back in there to listen to it, and he goes, man, I don't know about you. He was on his computer. He was like, man, Ronnie Dunn would sound damn good on this song. I said, Ronnie Dunn, you're kidding me. Get out of here, dude. But he started laughing. He was not joking. He actually sent him an email. I thought he was kidding.
Yeah.
Sent him an email, and I thought he was joking. Went back in the vocal booth, and sure enough, about 2 weeks later, he comes up to my place at like 10 at night. I just got home. He goes, what are you doing? Call me up. I said, I just got home, man. Is everything good? He goes, I got some news for you. I said, all right, so when you get a call from your manager, if like business,
it's not
you get a call from your boss or like a manager or a team member at 10 p.m., it's either really, really bad or really, really good. Yeah. There's no in between.
Right. For sure.
So I was freaking out. I was like, man, what's going on? Like, what was going on?
Yeah.
Because I need to come over right now. I was like, oh, God.
That's even worse.
Which, that was he lives like 10 minutes away from me. That was the longest 10 minutes of my life. I didn't know what was going on. I was
in the steering wheel.
Pacing around the house. I didn't know what was going on. So he shows up with a bottle of whiskey, 2 shot glasses, and a printed email. And it was the coolest thing because he was, I got some news for you, man. I was like, what? He handed me this piece of paper and it said RD at blah, blah, blah. Something like that. And I was like, RD, what is that? And he goes, well, just read the email. So I'm reading it. I was like, RD, who's that? He's like, Ronnie Dunn, man. I said, Ronnie Dunn's going to be on this song? The email said, man, I love this song. I'm going to hop in the studio next week, send me the tracks, and I'll get on it. I was like, there's no freaking way.
Yeah.
It was the craziest thing, man. Like, I grew up listening to a whole bunch of music, but 90s country really hit me. That's why I think my influences are heavy towards, my songs are heavy towards that vibe.
Absolutely.
Brooks and Dunn was one of my biggest influences. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was always on the radio. I mean, I'm 96, so early 2000s, still kicking it and
him, Garth Allen,
killing it.
Yep.
I mean, those guys, yeah. So I just remember growing up listening to that stuff, and to have a song with Ronnie Dunn is just insane.
Yeah, I think everybody in the 1990s that considered themselves a cowboy had that flame shirt.
Yes, okay. Crazy thing. So when I first visited y'all's warehouse, y'all have the actual first prototype or first one ever of that shirt, and I fangirled over that because that shirt is legendary.
It is.
Yeah. You sent me that shirt. You said when you meet Ronnie Dunn, wear this.
I forgot about that, but I did.
Oh, I still have that. I'm gonna do it.
I promised you when you came and you saw that shirt, I said I don't think I have any right now, but the day that I get one, I'm gonna send it to you.
Yes. Oh man, it's great. It's great. That's such a legendary shirt too. So iconic. I mean, you see that shirt, you think of Brooks and Dunn.
You do. Every now and then we'll get a rodeo athlete to throw it on for a perf.
Is that right?
Yeah. Sometimes during 90s night, they'll throw that on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Tough Cooper do it, I think, at, I want to say he did it at Houston Rodeo like 2 or 3 years ago, but it was iconic and everybody loved it. They got a good pop out of it.
Man, I feel like 90s in general is coming back. I feel like it's a thing now.
I think it is. Well, that's kind of how the thing works. Like as far as people going back to retro fashions.
Yeah.
People go through the 70s, the 80s, and now I think people are kind of going back to the 90s.
Yeah. I mean, I think it filters out too.
Yeah, for sure.
It filters out.
It just goes on through.
No, I mean, it was a blessing and it's honored, and Yeah, crazy stuff.
Yeah. Well, speaking of blessings and honor, I would hope that you would bless me with the honor of playing a song for me.
Sure. Let's do it. Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, let's do it.
Let me set up this microphone so I can get your acoustic guitar.
All right, sounds good, man. Let's do it.
I'll probably cut the thing, so we'll do the thing. No. That's good.
Dude, I've had my hat on backwards the whole time. I'm just kidding with you. I'm kidding with you.
There's no way. There's no way. Cool. People would just think it was style.
Could you imagine? That'd be hilarious.
That's his thing. All right.
With neon lights. You know what? I'm gonna. Do I got a minute?
Absolutely.
Are we like recording right now?
I'll cut. Okay. Since I took the headphones off, I'll cut it.
I need to. Shoot.
Damn, I love that part.
Oh, she's been through a lot, man. She's been through a lot. So I played at Tootsie's for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And so people don't understand, like in Nashville, you don't have to be 21 to play at the bars.
Right.
And that's kind of why I drifted there, is because a lot of those places, you didn't have to be, well, a lot of those tourists would buy us shots.
Yeah.
Because they think we were 21, and me being young and dumb, you know, I was taking those, and alcohol and acoustic guitars and cover gigs, man. You beat your guitar up every once in a while.
Yeah, man. Like I got I got my acoustic guitar that like I'm gonna give to my kids. Like I think every musician has to have that one.
Oh, this is the one. Yeah.
Right. So I got mine when I turned 30. It's my 30th present to myself. I got a mahogany Martin. It's
awesome.
a dreadnought, and I think it was 2 days. No, it was like 2 or 3 days before we left for Vegas.
Yeah.
I always keep it on a stand because I'm playing it every day.
Yeah.
Right? So I keep it on a stand like right next to my piano, and I had something on my entertainment center, and I was fidgeting around or whatever, and it dropped and it landed right on the side of it, and it just put just this smallest nick in there. But I looked at it and I almost wanted to cry. I know it's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen, but you hate to see it.
See, when you play it a lot too, like I want one guitar that just stays at my house like that.
Yeah.
That I don't dent, I don't scratch. It hangs on the wall.
Yeah.
I play it when I want to play it, and it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
This one though, like there's a story for everything. Like this one right here.
Oh
Rumple
yeah.
Mints. I was learning how to drink at this time, and I was on stage and I was sitting down. I stood up and my strap was around my shoulders, but it slipped when I got up and just tanked. So I got that little chip. There's a crack right here that's got glue on it. And there's bachelorette parties are huge in Nashville.
Oh yeah.
And this lady, she probably was a little drunk. We got her on stage. I forget what song it was, but she grabbed my guitar and then dropped it, like just completely dropped it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, cracked
that
the whole top of it. Oh, it was awful. But you know what? This guitar's been through a lot. I've had it for almost 10 years, 12 years.
Yeah.
It's my first guitar my parents bought me for like
yeah.
a gift. It was like I don't know. I think I was finally taking music serious,
Yep.
like in maybe middle school or like high school or something.
Yep.
They gifted me this guitar, and it's been my tool for a long time. Wrote a lot of songs on it. Wrote my first song on it, and this is my baby.
Yeah, man. My daddy bought me my first Gibson Les Paul when I turned 18 years old, and it's still.
And
it's still
so that stuff right there, that's special.
Oh yeah, like I'll never
special.
get rid of that guitar.
Yeah.
That's mine. You know?
Yeah.
My kids can't have that one, y'all. All right, so you gonna play Neon Lights for me, Triston?
Let's do it.
All right, brother.
Cold hard truth is inside these four walls. Shadows in every room. She echoes down these halls. The memory's too strong to fight. Reality's too hard to face. So I spend every night in a barstool kind of place where the neon lights, everything's alright. Whiskey melts, the cold goodbye. Yeah, that jukebox plays so my heart don't break. 'cause I believe that she'll be back in time with the neon lights. She won't find someone else. She miss me way too bad. And here I convince myself, oh, she won't what we had. Beer after beer, I chase this whiskey down in this buzzing blue light atmosphere. But you don't hang around with the neon lights. Everything's alright. Whiskey melts a cold goodbye. Yeah, that jukebox plays so my heart don't break. 'Cause I believe that she'll be back in time. Oh, with the neon lights. With the neon lights. Yeah, and jukebox plays so my heart don't break. 'Cause I believe that she'll be back in time. I start seeing things in a different light with the neon light. With the neon light. Shout out to that West Texas girl.
Smooth as Tennessee whiskey, my friend.
Gosh, thank you.
That was
thank
beautiful.
you.
Triston, I want to thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with me for a couple minutes.
Man, thank you so much for having me.
Oh,
Seriously, thank you, Rock and Roll Denim and the whole team. Y'all been gracious, and it's been an honor, Phil, to be a part of the family.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We're going to go party in a little bit, all right?
Oh, see, we're going to go party, but I got to pace myself. I've learned my lesson. The first night was rough.
Well, I'll take care of you. Thanks so much, man.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, for
It's been
sure.
fun.
You bet.